jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Salute to the hottest chat in the MFN game. A-side official. No negotiation needed, period. Happy holidays to everybody. I know we close to, Thanksgiving. Those of you in the South, we do it the day before and on the day of. That's how it go down. You know what I'm saying? The first in the building, Carlos Rosado on deck. I see you, man. What's good with it, brother? W says salute to you, man. Big Blunts and Boxing the GOAT is on deck. Salute, what's good? I'm good. So I just wanted to come over here and and speak about the finale, man. The Showtime pay-per-view finale. You know what I'm saying? We have David Benavidez and we have Benavidez Andrade. All right. David Benavidez, 27 victories in, 0 defeats, and Benavidez Andrade, 32 victories in, 0 defeats. Both of these fighters are unblemished and contending in the same division. Benavidez is ranked number 2, and Benavidez Andrade is ranked number 4. Okay? Not to mention, Charlo, another good fight is on the card. He returns after over 2 years off. Wasn't stripped of the WBC title. Mauricio Sulaiman said they was going to work with him. They was going to basically chaperone, micromanage him through his problems. And they did that. They didn't strip him. He's 32 victories in, 0 defeats. He's going there against Jose Benavidez Jr., who's 28-2-1. His 2 defeats came from Terrence Bud Crawford and Danny Garcia. Now, speaking of the main event, I've been sitting back listening to people on Facebook, listening to people on IG, YouTube, and a lot of people, they want to look at it like Jose Benavidez Jr. is going to go in here and potentially, defeat Charlo. Or you have even, more of a deeper concern that crack is a serious drug out here, because people out here thinking that Jose Benavidez may potentially stop Charlo. I'm saying crack is a hell of a drug. And I'm going to tell you like this. He couldn't even stop Danny Garcia. He couldn't even stop Terrence Crawford. He's not going to stop Jamal Charlo. I seen him spar. When I seen him spar, dude, he ain't stopping Charlo. And he ain't winning that fight this weekend. I just want to put that disclaimer out there. However you see fit, put it down, stamp it. You know what I'm saying? Go get a tattoo of it. Jose Benavidez is just there to be an opponent. Hold on for a second. He's just there to pretty much fill the void of being an opponent. Shout out to Arnold Brown on deck. I'm not saying he going in there to move around. I think he going in there to try to win. But he's just undersized. Man, we done seen Charlo in there with some tough fighters. Tougher than Jose Benavidez when it comes to the middleweight division. And I know a lot of people want certain things to happen. I understand everybody has a dream, but he ain't beating Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He is not beating Charlo. It's not like Benavidez haven't been stopped himself before. You know what I'm saying? In the 12th round, he was stopped by Terrence Crawford. So Charlo is a true middleweight, man. He's a big dude. He got size on him. You know what I'm saying? Finally looking at him down there when he was training with Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? I say, Charlo got some size on him. I stood there doing an interview with him, and I was also sizing him up, for his next fight. I say, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get a grasp of the Charlos, and he's the bigger Charlo for sure. You know what I'm saying? He is not losing. He may sit up here and tell you all that he's a bit nervous. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That shit is natural. You know, for somebody to be nervous like that, that shit is natural. But I don't see it hindering his nervousness. You know what I'm saying? Any apprehension he may have coming back off a long hiatus, I don't see it affecting him in there against Jose Benavidez. Now, is it possible for Benavidez to land some decent shots, some effective shots on Charlo? Of course, it's boxing. But I just want to know how Benavidez is going to react when Charlo lands his power shots. You know what I'm saying? And also, I want to see if Charlo is able to land in recession or in volume. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious to see if Benavidez is going to hold up or he's going to crumble. You know, that's what I see. But one of the good things about the open workout that I liked is that you rarely get to see people work out with their kids like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know, bring their kids around, no problem. I remember when Gervonta Davis brought his daughter with him to the workouts, and she was there with Gervonta's mother and stuff like that, and the baby's mother, of course. And he had her sitting with him on his leg, you know what I'm saying, while he was doing the media scrum. I thought that was cool as shit because you rarely see boxers on that high level bring their kids to the media scrum. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the company of so many people that's talking. You got germs everywhere. But it was good to see Charlo bring his son out there. You know what I'm saying? Him and his son was shadow boxing, and he had a smile on his face. Seems like he was having fun. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see him in there with his kids and all that. And you know, we already know what drama, you know, the Charlo been going through, especially Jamal Charlo. But seeing him in the open workout, I was saying to myself, you know, good shit, man. You bring your son in there to play around a little bit, shadow box. He put his hand on his son's head and pushed him back and said, "This is how I'm gonna do Jose. This is how I'm gonna do Jose." You know. But the whole point was that his son was there. He was having fun with him on camera, and that's what we like to see sometime, especially. You know, we get to see that shit. You know, see the fun that a father or mother having with their kid. That's great. You know what I'm saying? So back to business come this weekend. I don't see Jose Benavidez being that guy. I don't see Jose Benavidez being that guy to go in here and shock the world with Jamal Charlo, who said he was nervous. His nervousness might be a lot of things. Okay, I've been hot. I've been on the I've been outside the ring for quite some time. I got to see how I click with this dude's style. That's all. I got to see if I click. I got to see if, you know, I can able to calibrate this dude's style, make adjustments, and get to work. So I definitely got Mar Charlo winning that fight. And do I think he can stop Jose Benavidez? I do. I seriously do believe that. But check this out. Check this out, though. Check this out. It's a 10-round fight, and it's not for a title. Now, am I going to go on record and say, well, I believe I'm going to assume that Mar Charlo is going to put some rounds in? I don't think you really care less about putting some freaking rounds in. But boxers have been known to put some rounds in, dog. Boxers have been known to put some rounds in, especially if they're trying to get a fight in 2024. He might go some rounds, man. He may go some rounds. I don't know. But do he have the capacity, the technical skills to stop Jose Benavidez? I believe he does. I believe he does. And Sergey Daryanchenko couldn't even stop Mar Charlo. You think Jose Benavidez is going to stop him? Ha! Man, come on, stop the madness, man. I mean, he's not stopping Mar. But I do believe if Mar, you know, starts to, you know, shake off the ring rust a little bit and get his timing down, I do believe he can land some punches, some damaging punches, you know what I'm saying? Some degrading punches to to possibly get a knockdown. Stopping him, I don't know, bro. You know, like I said, he's been out the ring for a while. Do I believe? Yeah, I believe he can stop him, but I'm not going to guarantee he's going to stop him. You know what I'm saying? I truly think he can stop him, but I don't think, I'm not going to guarantee he'll stop him. All right. I'm going to leave that there. For the main event, right? David Benavidez, man, he has had his hiccups. He's been in situations where he had the title, lost the title due to his own wrongdoing, cocaine, freaking being overweight, shit like that. I mean, we have those moments in life, right? And he was really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they trying to put this nigga on they did really put him on a blacklist, you know, to make it difficult for him to even get close to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Time his title was vacant, Canelo scooped that shit up and went on a goddamn super middleweight run for undisputed. I always think to myself, I say, I wonder if Benavidez would have kept the title, would he have ever been able to make a run for undisputed? Because when he had the title, he didn't fight anybody else that had the title. He didn't fight a Callum Smith. He didn't fight a Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he ever would have been able to unify. Truth be told, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. You know, I always think about that. I say, would he gotten an opportunity to fight the WBA champion at the time on to the IBF and the WBO? I can't go on record as thinking that would have happened. Truth be told, real talk. But he's back now. He's about to go ahead and face a guy who was at two divisions lower initially, 154 and 160, earned titles in the divisions. Really didn't get the respect that he wanted. Really wasn't that exciting fighter. Truth be told, Demetrius Andrade has always been considered a slick southpaw type of fighter, very slick. You know, he's been to the canvas and in the first round against Vance Martirosyan, that's his name. And then I remember him being on the canvas against Alante Fox, I believe, like in the 7th round. So he's been down before now. He's been down before. And that's been several years ago. Now he's at the highest weight division of his career, in there with the guy who's easily 175 pounder. Easily a cruiserweight. David Benavidez is a big freaking 168 pound fighter. When he goes in there this weekend with Andrade, who a lot of people have been making jokes and little taking shots at Andrade for being on snack. And he has grown into his size. Real talk. Andrade has grown into his size. Okay. But just because you put on size, that don't mean you're going to carry it in there with the fighter that's naturally bigger than that. Like, I looked at David Benavidez open workout. Man, he looks motherfucking sharp as a goddamn blade, man. I mean, he looks fast, man. He looks in shape. He looks like he's going to be on weight. You can tell he's low on water. His face is already, the way it is sunken in a little bit. You can tell. You know what I'm saying? But once again, Andrade looks better out of the two. When you talk about, his weight, how he looks in there, his energy, he's happy. Right now it seems like he's good to go. He's on weight. His responses are there. He doesn't seem like he's, a bit groggle and lethargic. He seems upbeat. But David Benavidez, Andrade, that dude, he got some fast hands. I'm not saying you don't. That's gonna be a fight. This is a step up fight, in my opinion. I think it's more of a step up fight for Andrade. Point blank period. This is a step up fight for Andrade. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to look and see. You got to look at yourself and and see who's Benavidez been in there with. He's been in there with better opposition. So, yeah, this is a step up fight for Andrade. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Anybody saying that Andrade's gonna go in there and knock out David, and it's gonna be an easy fight because he's on snack and he looks healthy, he sounds healthy, he's giving you the vibes that you want on fight week and stuff like that. That's not enough. David's been in there with some fighters now. He's been in there with some names. Man, he showed that his youth, dude has some of the fastest hands in boxing. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't read damn near, I don't know how many comments you can read on who's going for David, who's going for Andrade. You know what I'm saying? And you have a pretty good amount that's going for Andrade, pretty good amount going for Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that Andrade was able to get this fight finally. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't like what the Charlos did to him, even though it was a mistake on his part. He was there sitting next to, Jamal Charlo, who was up here saying, we ain't giving him no fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jamal Charlo is fighting, on the undercard of freaking Andrade. And Demetrius Andrade has more divisions than Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? If he wins this weekend, you feel me? That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Tough. I think it's, predicting these fights and who's going to have the advantage and all that. It's going to be tough, especially in this fight right here. Because, I know people call him the Mexican monster, and freaking Tyson called him the Mexican monster. And look, Benavidez fight like the Mexican monster. I ain't gonna lie. If you want Mexican style fighting for a fighter to square their body up in front of you the way David does, and you land your punches and he keep on coming and coming and coming, I'm just curious to know how the 33 or the 34-year-old Andrade is gonna handle that pressure. Now, if Andrade's able to counterpunch, just like we seen Bud Crawford do, and he's able to be effective with it and land some punches to slow down Benavidez, hey, man, we got a fight on our hands, dog. We have a fight on our hands. We have a fight. You know what I'm saying? Both of these fighters, in a sense, you know what I'm saying, have done damn near equal in the sport. Truth be told. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the Jamal Charlo shit, because I'm telling you, I think they're gonna fight, bro, in the future. I know he's keep mentioning Canelo, but I do think Jamal Charlo and Andrade's gonna fight. They gotta fight before it's all over. They gotta fight, bro. Jamal Charlo and them gotta fight. But when it comes to David Benavidez and Andrade, if Andrade wins, he would have surpassed Jamal Charlo, the same motherfucker that was putting him on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? I look back on when Andrade crashed the press conference with Canelo, and Canelo said, yeah, I know you want payday. He goes in here and beat Benavidez. It's not guaranteed that he's going to get a shot at Canelo Alvarez, to be honest, because he still don't sell. You know what I'm saying? It's not a pay-per-view that we can look at and say, okay, that was primarily for Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? But people will take notice if he goes in here and hands Benavidez his first loss. People will absolutely take notice to Andrade being the truth. I refuse to put the age crutch on Andrade, because you have fighters that's in their 30s that's still out here performing at a high level. I'm not discounting the fact that Andrade cannot go in here. I mean, I'm not discounting that he can go in here and perform at a high level against David Benavidez. It's just when you look at Benavidez and how big he's going to be on fight night, and he actually has skills. He's not a Gilberto Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? And Andrade is not a Dimitri Bivol, unless we think he's not. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to this chat right quick. He said, I'm trying to win bread tonight. Just got some more games in my parlay. I see Boo Boo boxing well in the first half, but if he can't keep David honest, I got Benavidez coming on strong and possibly stopping Andrade. But I have a split decision, Benavidez. So Carlos has a split decision. People see that's the impression that people that Andrade having on people right now. You know what I'm saying? Carlos has a split decision. It's people that's really, out of nowhere, Andrade wasn't being mentioned previously. Then all of a sudden he signs with PBC, and now people are saying, okay, shit, he's signing to a play, with the organization, TGB and all that, where he can get more eyes on him. And sooner or later, you know what I'm saying, we get this fight with him and Benavidez. It's like, damn, people are actually giving him some Wall Street value to go in here and build up his stock against Benavidez. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing in a way, because several months ago wasn't nobody even thinking about him prior to him signing with PBC. But I'm glad he was able to get that gateway. I'm glad he was able to go through that gateway and get some more notoriety. Tony said, much respect. Shout out to Tony Boswell on deck. What's good with it, Tony? Much respect. WCS in the chat, stop in and show support and hit the like button. Happy Thanksgiving, my brother, to you in the chat. I appreciate you, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the chat. We have less than an hour before the turkeys are consumed and everybody starts to put on a good 15 to 20 pounds. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's about to go into effect because down here in the South, we already celebrating Thanksgiving. That's just the way it is. Shout out to Nelly Content Entertainment. Salute to you, brother. I see you on deck, man. One love. Demetrius can do it with movement and mid-range counterpunching, but can Demetrius keep turning him and make him reset to exchange and turn? Yes, you know what I'm saying? Good point. And I look at it like this also, Tony. We've seen the game plan that Caleb Plant had. Caleb Plant pretty much said his game plan, his strategy was to execute his combinations and hold to prevent David Benavidez from actually being able to counter him and also, frustrating him, but ultimately, David was able to start landing his combinations against Plant because, like you said, can he continue to turn? I told people what Caleb Plant was going to do. What did I say? He was going to use the same ruler. He was going to use the same rules of engagement, rather, that he used with Canelo Alvarez. He ran out of gas with Canelo Alvarez, though, and got stopped. With Benavidez, yeah, he was getting beat up in there. He started to get beat up. But his game plan was to close distance while throwing combination, clinch, have the ref hold, and try to put away some rounds and make it a close fight. You know what I'm saying? But it ended up being sloppy. David, the one thing that I would say about him, if you see someone doing the same thing, because you are that pressure fighter, they're closing distance while throwing combinations and clinching and holding, don't be afraid to take a back step, bro. I mean, you can box, man. Your hands are quick. Check hook them, man. You know what I'm saying? And either catch him with the counter uppercut or check hook him. You can pivot out too. David has been known to stand in front of people like he has cinder blocks for ankle weights. And he just want to stand there and prove to you that he can break you down. He can give you the Mexican style. He can run through you. Bro, you can move too. Am I saying Demetrius Andrade is going to do that? Throw combinations, clinch, and make it kind of a bit banal early on in the rounds, for the first 5 or 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? And then try to get on his bicycle. Are we going to get just one classic fight? Both fighters coming together on Showtime's final, pay-per-view. And we get a classic fight, man. You know, a lot of people want that to be the case, man. A lot of people saying, hey, this is going to be a classic fight right here. Everybody's been talking about Andrade, how underrated he is. You know, how much of a damn slick southpaw. This is the opponent that we can see, bro. I'm just not going to sit up here and tell you that I believe Andrade is going to go in there and just shock the world and dominate David. You know what I'm saying? Just make it look easy. I can't give you that. This is not going to be a Spence Crawford moment for me. If you're talking about Andrade Benavidez, I can't do that. I can't say it's going to be a Spence Crawford moment. I just can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I will be doing myself a disservice, man. See, I don't, you know, if Demetrius win, hey, like I said, I've been hearing people like I watched Andrade's fights, and I just didn't see what they was talking about. Now, am I giving him, you know, some credit to go in here and fight to the level of his opposition this weekend? Yes, he can do it. He has the opportunity. This is his moment on the big stage to go in there and fight to the level of his competition higher. He's a 2-division champion already. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting him to go in there and fight and give the fight fans the best performance he ever given. And then I look across the ring and I say, that Mexican monster. That Mexican monster. You know, that Mexican monster come to mind. I say, you know, Mexican monster / goddamn Terminator / Jason / you know, goddamn Freddy Krueger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, David Benavidez fights like he's angry. I mean, real talk. I mean, you know, hey, I want to say, man, I'm looking forward to the fight, man. I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to the fight, man. Can it stand up to the hype at the end of the year? We'll see. Can it bless us with the finale of the final pay-per-view by Showtime? We'll see, bro. Samar One, what's good with it, brother? Salute to you. Peace and blessings, beloved. Salute WCS. Certify stamp, the like button and support the grind. Appreciate you, brother. One love to you, Mike. Everybody be safe out there tomorrow. If you're drinking, you know what I'm saying? Be responsible. I'm not gonna tell no grown adults don't drink and drive. I remember people used to say that. No, man, just chill, enjoy it with relatives, and then get ready for fight night, baby, this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Make it to the fight night, goddammit. Make it to the motherfucking fight night, dog. I got Demetrius Saturday. I've been a fan since he was 154. I believe he has the skills and enough respectable power to keep the Mexican monster honest. I too see a split decision. Okay, we got Carlos and we have Samad with split decisions when they have faith and undeniable loyalty to the one and only Demetrius Andrade. Hey, I ain't mad at you, man. Support your fighter, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like really an avid fan of either fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna. I mean, I like them. Fighters, they're the truth now. They're not bums. They're not freaking, you know, B-side companions. You know what I'm saying? They legit. But when you talk about giving the edge, in my opinion, based off performances, it definitely have to go to Benavidez. It has to go to the Mexican monster for me. That's all I'm saying. Based off performances and competition that he's been in there with, absolutely the Mexican monster, man. Miguel say, I got Andrade. So we got 3 people in the chat say, I got Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? 3 people checking the box saying they are going with Andrade. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? We got people standing up with their chest out. They say, man, F what you say, man. I got my man, freaking Andrade, going in there and goddamn giving David Benavidez his first defeat. Goddamn it. That's who I'm riding with. And then you got Miguel coming over here saying, I got Jose for the upset. Well, Miguel, like I said before, I don't know where you're at right now, but if you're in the South, I can see that you have absolutely been celebrating Thanksgiving the day before. And you might be at a blood alcohol level of 8.6669143-8 alcohol level. Jose Benavidez is not upsetting Jamal Charlo. Stop it, bro. Stop it. But I'm gonna put your comment up there anyway. So on the replay, people can sit up here and chuckle a bit. What is this guy saying? He believes Jose Benavidez is gonna stop. Come on now. He's gonna upset Jamal Charlo. Man, stop it. Hey, can you give me another drink? Pour me a little bit more. Oh man, that shit is good. It's smooth too. Oh man, that's funny. I just had to have another sip, man. That's funny. That's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Miguel. Come on, Miguel. I can see with the Andrade, people selecting Andrade because, both ways you're looking at it. You can't say it's any less than a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have multi-time world champions in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Will Demetrius take those chances when Benavidez is coming forward with hands down? I don't know, man. I could look, Tony. I could make some jokes about this, him being on the snack program, and saying that the supplements that he's been consuming had built his jawline and everything a little bit stronger than what it used to be. I'm not here to put those fillers up in here before Thanksgiving, bro. I'm not here to say, I want to make light of the snack program. But I must say that, strength conditioning wise and way his physique look heading into this fight for the bigger Benavidez, he's looking the part, bro. I know that has nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying he have his hands down in there against Benavidez. He may find himself sunbathing under the bright lights again. He's been on the canvas several times before. He do that with Benavidez with his hands down. His rest of his body may be where his hands is at. I'm just saying. I got Charlo putting off Oliver McCall on Saturday. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. No, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't. Man, y'all are being savages, man. Samad said he has him straight up busting out crying and quitting. You had to put the brother out there, Samad. Come on, brother. You say beloved all the time. You couldn't have brought in Andrew Galata. You had to put the brother Oliver. Oliver had some real shit going on, man. The man could not carry on. It was like, no, don't do it. He was crying and shit. Come on, brother. You could have said, okay, Charlo gonna have an Andrew Galata moment. And then you would have took the stress off the brother. God damn. And then, brother, we only got a little over 2 months left before Black History Month. And a little less than that when you're talking about MLK birthday. You could have just said, hey, man, Jamal Charlo gonna have an Andrew Galata moment, bro. He might just say, man, fuck it. I quit. He might have a Roberto Duran moment. No más. Senor, no más. I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all on savage mode, man. I think Jamal will win, but it would be lackluster because of the time out the ring. Almost 3 years. We would get to see how his mental condition is. Yeah, man, you ain't lying, bro. 30 months, I believe. 33, something like that. 30 some months. Yeah, he been out the ring for a while, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, Tony. His blood alcohol level, it wouldn't even register. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker just be, hey, look, the device would have just kept beeping and beeping and beeping. Alert. And look, law enforcement would have said, hey, Larry, come here. Is this ever did that? Why is it voice? Did you ever know there's a voice on here? No, that's the first time. Alert, 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 danger, danger, danger. I didn't know these things talk. Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard it, Larry. Okay, Tom, we need to report it right now. What are we gonna do with the suspect though? I don't know, man. It won't register. We need to take him down for a blood draw. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? They have to take him down for a blood draw, but he's talking about Jose Benavidez is gonna upset Jamal Charlo. That's not gonna happen, big dog. That's not happening. It's not happening tomorrow. Okay. It's not gonna happen at the weigh-ins, and it's not gonna happen on Saturday night. I'm just letting you know, brother. It's not happening. He said Benavidez Jr. has no foot movement. He keep his head on the line to keep himself balanced. Jamal might just think Jose is his ex. Damn. I need to tell you something now, Tony. His ex and him are back together. I told people when I was at the gym down there, she walked in with him. Benavidez will be there to be hit. Just like we talking about styles make fights, right? Just like I said, like Yordenis Ugas. Ugas was tailor-made for Mario Barrios because they both do what they do. Yordenis Ugas was tailor-made for Errol Spence. Right there in front of you. I'm not saying he can't move, right there in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia the same way. Ramon Villa for Rashidi Ellis, same thing. Ramon Villa for Ennis, same thing. It was tailor-made for one another. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. One thing about it, Crawford can move if he chooses to. But he didn't really move against Errol Spence. Errol Spence came forward with the pressure, which was tailor-made for the plan that him and his team, Bomac team Crawford came up with. That was freaking perfected. So when you talk about, we all know that Benavidez has been shot in the leg several, years ago, and he isn't as mobile he's possibly could have been without the injury. You know what I'm saying? Without that incident. I'm saying when it comes to true middleweight, because he did fight at 160 before now. I'm gonna tell you who he fought. Jose Benavidez, when he had that time out the ring, he did come back in at 160. I'm gonna show you who it was. It was Francisco Torres. Let me see. Francisco Torres was close to 160. All right. I think it's another one that's down. No, it was Francisco Torres. I was right. Yeah, Francisco Torres. When he was coming off, he had been out the ring since 2018. Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, stopped him from October 2018 to November 2021. He came back in 2 weight divisions higher. You know what I'm saying? He weighed in at 158 3/4 pounds, and he fought Francisco Torres, and that was a draw. And people thought he lost that fight, which I thought he lost that fight. So when people, put in the comments that, yeah, he may potentially upset Jamal Charlo. Look, listen, only this. If the cameras are rolling and the Creed camera crew is there again to film another scene for Creed 4 or whatever is next, then that's the only way I see Maul Charlo winning, if he had to take an agreement and sign the damn doc, say, hey, let Jose Benavidez have this moment. We're going to put it in Creed now, but we're going to pay you royalties off the movie. Then we might see Maul Charlo take a dive. That's the only way I can see that shit playing out, the Jose win. If they want to goddamn put this footage in the next Creed, then he comes back, the last fight on Showtime, and then, have him come in there and try to get his title back from Jonathan Majors, who's now, out of trouble. He's been vindicated. I thought they divorced. See, a lot of people thought they divorced, Tony. But somehow, some way, like I don't get in people personal business like that. But I'm gonna tell you the way I looked at it. When I saw the shit go down in Vegas, yeah, I was like, I thought back at the time when she was kicking the vehicles and all this other shit. But when I saw her getting beat up in Vegas, I said, how worse can it get for somebody to bring their girl up to Vegas? And then, your husband gets slapped and Mel's wife is putting hands on you in the parking lot. And then to cover, to go down there for the sparring and see him down there and see her down there. And then, for the interview, when I was interviewing him with another guy and, she crept up on my left side. I guess she was trying to see if I was going to ask any questions about Vegas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But no, I guess that shit was just some cap that was going on that they was divorced because they back together. And who am I to say, well, he should leave her alone and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? I can't say that about that man. I can't speak on another man's marriage. I was married damn near 20 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit get a certain way, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? How do you keep it together? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to start over? If the rumors are true that him getting another girl pregnant while they was marrying shit, that's just foolish shit. I can see why certain people can be upset. I'm not a counselor. I don't care about all that personal shit. It's difficult being married this day and time. It's difficult to raise kids. When you get divorced and your household is broken up, it's definitely difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult to do that shit. And I don't have as many kids as he does, but I'm happy that he has kids to still fuck with him, still respect him as his father and the mother, I guess. But yeah, they back together. I don't know. Look, I always would tell anybody this when it comes to marriage. Never stay in a marriage just for the kids, because if you and the mom and the husband is pretty much still going at each other's throats, the only thing you're going to do is pass that cycle down to your kids, and they're gonna implement that into their relationships. They're going to insert that into their relationships. Believe me, it's going to happen. What they see at home is they're going to start acting the same way with whoever they with. And that shit is going to be toxic as hell. And then sure enough, they stay together long enough, they're going to pop out that first kid. And when popping out a kid, when you're in a toxic relationship and you don't even know if y'all was going to be together or y'all on threads and you pop out a kid, shit. Sometimes it changes for the better. And sometimes it's just the worst thing ever, because one of the freaking y'all split, somebody go away on vacation and want to leave you there to take care of the shit on your own. I don't know, bro, but hey, they back together, shawty. So they both got tuned up. Tony. They both got tuned up, man. And Harvey Dock was nowhere in the area, man. Tony Weeks was nowhere in the area. Kenny Bates was nowhere in the area. Break. They wasn't there to get a command break. Goddamn, she was just like bang, 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 bang. Church bells. You know what I'm saying? Ringing, ringing, ringing. She was throwing them hands, bro. And like I am seeing Mel Charlo at this fight. See, that's the wild part about it. I haven't seen his brother yet. So that means all the hugging that went on and him coming there hugging his brother, they still may not be as tight as people think, because I haven't seen his brother, when he was doing the open workout. If somebody else did, correct me, but I didn't see his brother on fight week yet. Now that's not to say he's not going to show up. He might show up close to the weigh-in or whatever, but who knows? Who knows, man? Well, I can tell you, me being, somebody who paid attention to details, I do know he had his freaking headband on upside down because the Nike sign was upside down. I don't know if he did that shit on purpose, but the headband he was wearing, the shit was upside down. It wasn't around WCS. plant handing out slaps like the Salvation Army during Christmas. Man, I thought, Tony, I thought you said you just got off work, man. I think you was drinking on the way home. Cause Tony usually don't turn up over here. I see him turning up like that on other people's freaking panel, but you don't really turn up like that. You must have had the flask in your lap. Tony had the flask in his lap. He was up there sipping on the motherfucking highway. He said, I'm about to get right. Shit, Thanksgiving tomorrow, I'm about to get right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But as far as Jamal Charlo having a Oliver McCall moment, damn, that's wild, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's wild, for real. Y'all bringing up Oliver McCall that ain't bothering nobody. But the crazy part about it, that shit did match well, man. That's some funny shit. He said, man, he's just gonna start crying and quitting. And people say, no, hey, what's going on? Hey, get on the stool, man. Get ready. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it, man. Come on, man. What's wrong with you, man? I don't think he's gonna. I hope it doesn't happen, but I don't think we have to worry about that. I don't think we have to worry about that. But Subriel Matias, man. Subriel Matias, if you don't remember, he was the fighter that was in there with Maxim Dedashev and Buddy McGirt's fighter, who he was actually winning the fight. And Maxim was taking too much punishment and ended up going into a coma after Buddy stopped the fight. It wasn't Buddy's fault. He said, Max, I can't send you back in there. You're taking too much punishment. And Max was over here, you know, making money for his family, you know, a Russian fighter. And he ended up going to a coma and passing away. And you know, that was tragic. That was sad too. Matias would go on to lose a fight, and he hasn't lost since then. But he has been on record. He did an article talking about he was smoking too much marijuana. Now, I don't know what these fighters go through when they're in the ring and they take the life of another fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they go through. I don't know how much is on their mind to be able to have physical contact and to be fighting a fighter and then they pass away. So I don't know if that's the reason why he was smoking the way he was, but he's saying he since digressed from smoking, you know, a lot of marijuana. But still, Subriel Matias is a damn lethal, aggressive fighter, man. You want to talk about punch volume? I mean, in my opinion, he's very entertaining. And I think we're going to get another one of those entertaining moments this weekend. You know, Hector Luis Garcia is on there. You know, he's going in against Lamont Roach. And Garcia, man, is no joke, man. Tank hit him with a good shot. He said he couldn't see. He didn't go down, though. I'm telling you, Hector Luis Garcia is a tough fighter, bro. He gave freaking Chris Colbert the business. He gave Gutierrez the business. You know, he went in there and went past midway to the midway point with Tank Davis before he was stopped. I don't see Lamont Roach being a problem. You know what I'm saying? I think Garcia is too tough for him, has too much experience, and I see him winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? I definitely see him winning that fight. Truth be told, I see him winning that fight. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. I see him winning the fight. So those 4 fights are going to be the main. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade, Subriel Matias against Shojahan Ergashev, Hector Luis Garcia against Lamont Roach, and Jamal Charlo against Jose Benavidez Jr. And of course, you have Moulton that's down there and coming in for his second professional fight. You know, the prospect that they saying is the next Gervonta Davis. I hope this time we can see him box a little bit. You know, the last time we seen him, he was just going in there and just throwing punch after punch. And it's kind of like they do in the amateurs, the point system, just throw a whole lot of punches. I want to see him box, just like we see in his videos when he's sparring. Dude can box. He got mad talent, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got mad talent. I ain't gonna lie. That dude has a lot of landscape in front of him. He has a lot of expectations on his shoulder. I just hope his knees are strong enough to balance all that shit. You know, because it's a lot of expectation. This guy's going in here against an undefeated fighter, I think, this time. You know, and he's bumping it up to a 6-round fight. I just want to see him box. I don't want to see him try to go in there and just try to prove to everybody he's a knockout artist and throw all these punches and overwhelm his opponent. I'm not telling him to go in there and do some overtime either. I just want to see the young lion box. I want to see how he looks under the bright lights. Is he able to sustain control when he go over there and show people that he's technically proficient? I mean, because the last time he just went in there and let off a 15, 20 punch combination, whatever, and the referee stepped in. No, I want you to set it up. I mean, you in there with some damn good, great company, bro. Man, they teaching you some shit over there in Vegas now. You know, Vito Melnick is on deck, man. I like Vito. I interviewed him when he was still in high school and he was fighting on the card. So I think he's 21 right now, 20 or 21. He's another youngin in the game in a hot division. He's at 154 also. You know what I'm saying? Jahad Tucker is at 154. You have Charles Conwell over there. I mean, dude, you have so many people at 154. It's unbelievable. Like that's one of the hottest divisions right now. But the only reason that you don't see the spark the way it is because, you know, people waiting on these belts. Now that the IBF belt is off the waist, now let's see what else happened. Tim Tszyu brought a little bit more, you know, smoke to the division, going in there and getting that victory and picking up the WBO strap. I see you there, Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tszyu is definitely a name to be reckoned with at the 154-pound division. But when it comes to this fight card, man, yeah, y'all go ahead and tune in. It's gonna be a nice little fight card. And then last, I'm just gonna tell y'all the PFL. PFL has acquired Bellator, y'all. Professional Fight League has acquired Bellator. Imagine that. They have acquired Bellator. Now, just in case you don't know now, is that Bellator have different weight classes. Not Bellator. PFL has different weight classes than Bellator. Bellator was pretty much along the lines of weight classes that came to the UFC. You know what I'm saying? They have the strawweight division in the women's strawweight 115, 125, 135, 145. They really only have 4 weight divisions for the women, whereas they don't have it for the men. They don't have the 115-pound division for the men, the strawweight. They start off with the flyweight. They go from 125 up to bantamweight 135, up to featherweight 145, lightweight 155. Then between 155 and 170, it's a pretty extensive gap where they go from lightweight to welterweight. Welterweight is 170. All right. Then you have middleweight 185, then light heavyweight at 205. And then, of course, heavyweight at 220. So, you know, they have a total of 8 weight classes for the men and 4. But in the PFL, for the women, they have a 155-pound weight class. Bellator and freaking UFC don't have that. I wonder how they're going to implement it, if they're going to implement it over there on Bellator for the women's side of the house. For the men, of course, they have a lightweight division. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit to zip up on the back end. Titan 176 on deck. What's good? I have a feeling this would be the fight of the year. So we have Titan 176 say they feel they're gonna be the fight of the year. A lot of people are really gravitating to this card, bro. For real. Matias is looking to punish everyone. He rematched the guy he lost to and stopped him devastatingly. Yeah, Matias is a predator, bro. That dude right there, his volume, his work rate. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy, bro. That shit's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. His work rate is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Big Blunts Matias, mid to late stoppage, but it would be a banger while it lasts. It's gonna be a good fight, man. It's gonna be a good fight. Shout out to Lisa Bell's in the building. OG, how you feeling? Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I got to check those quails and brisket, no doubt. God damn, quail and brisket. It sounds good, man. Especially when that brisket is nice and soft. Shit, that'd be on point, man. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving and holiday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We close down another month in 2023. And don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Things will get better. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because the only process that we go through in life is living through a simulation. We live through a freaking numeric simulations. Everything is based off numbers. They tell you that January to December is a certain amount of months, but June to next June is the same as a year, right? But they separate it by giving you, well, this is the calendar year 2023 and that is 2024. We still live in a simulation of numbers. That's it. We live off time. So time is of the essence when you are basically procrastinating. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your time, make your appointments. Don't make no New Year's resolution at the end of the year after you feel guilty from eating a whole damn turkey on your own. You know what I'm saying? Don't come up here saying, oh man, I should have not ate that freaking peach cobbler or apple pie. Yes, you should. It's freaking the holidays. But if you're doing this shit March to October, the same intake, then hey, I can see why you need to go over here and think you need to do something. But don't make no New Year's resolutions. Just make a commitment to get it done. That's all. That's all we're saying. And I also wanted to zip it up with this. Have y'all heard anything about the network that PBC is going to be attached to in 2024? Because we're damn near at the closure of November. You know what I'm saying? And heading to the final month of 2023, and we still haven't heard any breaking news. So has anybody heard some breaking news of the network? Are we still just, fiddling around in the dark saying it's going to be Netflix, Amazon, you know what I'm saying, Walmart, Starbucks, you know what I'm saying, Anime's, Cookies and Cream, you know what I'm saying? Have we found out what the network going to be? Nobody's really put that in this chat, so I got you. But y'all enjoy, salute, have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, man. A wonderful holiday. And big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game, A-Side Official. Salute, peace. I'm out.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, subscribe.